Good evening, CLC. I'm Naomi Fada. I'm so glad that you're joining me here this evening. So, as you know, I frequently talk about peace and rest because that's just something that is always close to my heart, because I find that in our walk with Jesus, it's something that we all struggle with. Maybe some more than others, but just wanting to have that still, quiet heart before the Lord. And what does that look like? And really, how does it relate to a place of trust in Him and our relationship with Him? So this past week, one day when I was at the gym, I was listening to a podcast, or I've been listening to a podcast going through the book of Hebrews. And we landed on Hebrews 4, which is really just a chapter about rest. And it really spoke to me, because I think that often, here we are in the summer season when we all say, oh, I just want to go on vacation. I just want to rest. And it's like looking forward to this state of inactivity. And yet, truly, we do need to find rest throughout the year, not just on vacation, although vacation is good. And one of the things that the speaker was saying was, of course, we think of rest as sleep and ceasing from activity, and yet God is a very busy God. He not busy in the sense of a busybody, or busy in terms of doing things that are fruitless, but busy in terms of being productive. And He has the whole world in His hands, and nothing took Him by surprise. The pandemic didn't take Him by surprise. The new school year doesn't take Him by surprise. And all of these things that make us anxious definitely make me a little anxious, or not so much make me anxious, but definitely things that I need to turn over to the Lord. And so I just wanted to share a brief excerpt from Hebrews chapter 4. And it says, this is from verse 9. It says, "There remains therefore a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For the one who has entered his rest has himself also rested from his work, as God did from his. Let us therefore be diligent to enter that rest, lest anyone fall through following the same example of disobedience." And I was talking to a friend this week just about the situation in my life that's totally out of our control. As some of you know, we sold our house and we aren't able to move into the other house that we own. Just circumstances outside of our control. So God provided for everything that we need, and we are living temporarily in a friend's townhouse that it's working out fine. God has totally provided. But of course, it's one of those things where day by day, we can't control. And as a planner, I want to plan the future, but it has been an experience that's made me more and more aware that, putting our control in God's hands is something that is like turning the element of rest over to Him, because we just probably all of us, we want to plan life, and life is unexpected, and it takes us by surprise, and rest can't really be found in planning our path and in saying, oh, I'm going to cease from activity. There's times even in our move where I say, oh, I just want to rest, I just want to stop, and yet rest might not exactly look like stopping. It might be more of an element of just turning your hearts to the Lord and focusing our trust on Him. Just this week, I've talked to a couple of people that, they each have their burdens to bear. One has an adult child that is just really ill, an unexpected illness. And another is someone whose husband had a second stroke. And it's just a burden, and there's different tasks that they have to do in their lives in this season. You know, one is just the continual care for her husband, and the other, I'm sure, have responsibilities in caring for their daughter. And does that mean that because we have these things to do that we're not resting? And of course it doesn't, because those are responsibilities that God has given. But yet, it's really finding that time of communion with God, in which maybe the activity or what seeming chaos of life isn't ceasing, but yet our hearts can be still before the Lord in an element of trust. And rest really, I think, has a lot to do with trust, and where our focus is placed, and just knowing that God is in control. And that can bring a lot of peace and rest to our souls. So whatever it is that you're going through, I just encourage you to really draw near to the Lord, really press into Him, and focus your gaze on Him, so that He can just bring rest and restoration to your soul, even if your circumstance isn't resolving. But He can just restore you and draw you into His rest. So as always, may God bless you and keep you, and look forward to seeing you again on Sunday. If you'd like to stay in touch, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can like and subscribe our channel and stay connected.